There are thousands of Minecraft mods out there, and some of the most popular mods have millions of downloads and are featured in every major mod pack. But what about the low-rated mods? That's what we're going to explore today by going to the last page on modrinth to find Minecraft's lowest rated mods, and hopefully find some hidden gems along the way. Then I will be putting all of these mods into a tier list to see which one is the most underrated mod of all time. By the way, we're less than 10,000 away from hitting 200k subscribers, and if just half of the 90% of you who aren't subscribed happen to hit that subscribe button, we would easily hit it by Christmas. Okay, thank you and enjoy the video. Oh, so I guess the first mod of the day here is actually right on the home screen. I totally forgot I added this. It's called Splashedvd, and it simply turns the splash text on the logo into a little DVD bouncing animation. And that's the entire mod. So let's go give it a rating, I guess, and move on, because this is the entire mod. Small mod gets a small review. Splashedvd gets a B tier. Really cool, but entirely pointless. Okay, so this next mod is Rep's Battle Botanist. And basically, it adds a handful of plant-based things that help you in combat. Kind of seemingly inspired by Plants vs. Zombies slightly, but there's a few seeds we got here. So we have the magical stick seed we need to grow, as well as magical cactus seedling. Now there's a soul fruit bush, and I'm now realizing that actually doesn't need farmland. So let's destroy this farmland. And oh, you need to put it on grass. Now, I need to be careful. There has been, when testing this mod, certain things that crash the game. One of those is if I bone meal the soul fruit bush, it will probably crash my game. But it does grow on its own, so we're going to leave that be. First, throw some bone meal on this magical cactus seedling. And then we get these prickly protectors. These cute little cactus mobs just sit on top of each other and they'll protect me. Here, let's go into survival and do summon husk. Help me! They have bad aim. But they're protecting me. Ow! Help me! And now they're attacking. Oh, they gave up on attacking the husk. Guys, your aim is so bad. Guys, your aim. I'll keep them in place. How are you missing? Wait, what the hell? How is they missing when he's standing still? They shot me. Okay, clearly we have some stuff to work on. They will protect you, and they do a decent amount of damage. I know right there they... I know they look pretty useless in that situation, but I swear these guys are actually pretty useful and pretty cool. Oh, here we go. Look at the soul fruit bush has grown. So let's actually do that next. So the next thing we can get from the soul fruit bush, which is infinitely reproducible, is get a soul fruit. And what this does is, well, here, let's summon a bunch of husks right here, right? Actually, I'm now oh, no, it does hurt them. So what this does is it gives them wither for 10 seconds. I don't know why, like, do babies not take wither damage? I don't know. Oh, it doesn't take damage till it leaves. Fascinating. Dude, look at these. My cactus are just whiffing. Dude, some of those entities look like they're going right through. Like, he's standing still. Oh my god. Oh my god, the aim is so bad on these guys. How can skeletons have perfect aim, but these cactus, worst aim ever? How are you missing? They just shot each other instead. Anyways, these little soul fruits, interesting. So you don't take wither damage until you leave the area. Yeah, and then you start dying of wither. It literally just creates these little bombs that can cause wither damage, which maybe could be useful in like an XP farm or something like that. Oh, okay, they're fighting the zombies. They killed one. He's holding it down. The next one we got here is the magical stick. And when that grows... Oh, I broke it. But then you get the magical stick. And we need a crafting table. And also, I forgot to mention that you should probably be growing some melons. So if you grow 3 magical sticks and 2 melons, you get yourself a melon mallet, which does 6 damage, but it also throws enemies into the air. And it looks freaking sick. Let's go find some enemies, like this spider. Boom. It also recharges pretty fast, so you can be like... be quite aggressive. I think it's pretty fun. Boink. Very fun, silly little mechanics, sending mobs up into the air. And that's currently all this mod adds. It does explicitly state, as many of these mods I'm reviewing today, that it's in an earlier version. So it does say this mod is in beta and they plan on adding a bunch more, which is exciting. I want to keep an eye on this mod and see what they add in the future, because this type of stuff is super, super cool to me. But super fun mod. Time to give it a formal rating. Reps Battle Botanist is honestly gonna get a B tier from me. I think it has a lot of room to grow to an S tier, but it's not quite there yet. Obviously, like the cactus are a little dumb, and I found the mod very fun and very enjoyable with a lot of cool ideas, but definitely gonna see where it goes in the future. So B tier for now. Okay, for this next mod, I'm gonna generate an amplified world because of one particular reason. And that reason is this mod is called Hair Trolls. Now, I don't know why it's called a hair troll, because it's a hairy troll, I guess. But these trolls can only spawn above Y120. And I was really hoping to come across one. All it says is they're big, tanky monsters that spawn above Y120. It doesn't say during during the daytime. No, there was one. There he is. Oh my God, he's fast. Oh, okay, hold on. We're gonna get a diamond sword, and we're gonna get iron armor, and we're gonna see how we fare against this guy. Are you mean? Oh, yeah, you're mean. Ow, and you're fast. Oh, but you can't get under this tree, can you? Oh, he drops an emerald and 8 troll hair. Oh, you can make a troll hair block. So from killing that one troll, we were able to... Oh, that is not a crafting table. That's a crafting table. So we're able to make 2 troll hair blocks. Oh. You know what? It's not the ugliest block in the world. I'm sure there's some use for this. And the fact they drop emeralds is cool, but it doesn't seem like the trolls spawn. Oh, I mean, there's another one over here. Wait, let's do enchant looting 3 and see if he drops more emeralds. Oh, yeah. Damn, looting 3 got me 23 troll hair and 3 emeralds. So if you ever wanted to just farm some emeralds, you know, just go up into a mountain range and explore, and you'll find yourself some trolls here and there. But yeah, that is literally the entirety of the hair trolls mod. And this is kind of the consequence of making a video where, you know, it's low rated mods, low relevance mods, mods that people aren't saving necessarily or downloading much. And it's because usually it's because a lot of them don't have a ton of content. But you know what? Those low content mods add up. And I'm a fan of the hair troll mod, and we're going to go give it a rating. So let's go do that. Hair trolls. Hair trolls is actually going to get an A tier from me. It's a simple, small mod, not too ambitious. I would like to see more use for the hair trolls. I think it could become an S tier if there was like troll caves that spawned or something, but A tier for now. So this next mod is Hot Kettles. And I think this one is super cool, right? All you have to do is take some iron ingots, 6 to be exact. Put them in this little boat shape or chest plate with the middle missing, and you make yourself a kettle. Ooh, fancy. But we can't do anything with this kettle just yet. First, we have to plop down a furnace. Well, actually, that's not first. First, we need to go in here and do a little mini T shape with some clay balls, and you get 2 clay mugs. Then we have to put these clay mugs in the furnace and cook them up. And then while that's cooking away, I'm going to shift click this kettle right here on top of the furnace. And then we're going to take this sweet water bucket, splash it right inside. Boom, we got a kettle of water. And now this water's also getting hot and steamy because it's on top of a lit furnace. So let's take these empty mugs and just click on the kettle. Boom, hot water. Now hot water does absolutely nothing. But yeah, there's a lot you can do with these kettles. So that's what we're going to get to over here, because there's a lot more than even just water. But we're going to start slow and start with the water kettle. And I just smacked it, dude. Bro made an oopsies skull emoji. You could waste fuel if you're trying to light your kettle and put it over a furnace like I did earlier, which that does work. Or you could just put it over a block of lava or a ongoing fire, and it will keep your kettle nice and hot. With the water kettle, though, as I was talking about earlier, there is stuff you can do with this hot water, because drinking it does nothing. If you go into this chest, I'll show you all of the recipes you can make with hot water. So if you take hot water and mix it with a dandelion, you get dandelion tea. Ooh, a nice cup of tea. Now this gives you jump boost and absorption, which is nice. I should be in survival. I'm a fraud. But yeah, so this gives you absorption and a little bit of jump boost. I guess if you were going to like navigate like annoying terrain, this actually could be pretty helpful. Like you have absorption to eat some damage so you don't actually take damage, and you could like, I don't know, jump boost to help you jump up things. Anyway, it's a cheap recipe, really cheap. Honestly, water is infinitely renewable, and so is lava, and dandelions are as pretty much as well. So now the next thing you can make is rose tea. Take some of that hot water, splash some roses in there, and boom, you got yourself some rose tea. Now, hold on. Let's let this other tea run out real quick. And we'll take a sip of this rose tea. And oh boy, we got speed and absorption. Now, this is pretty useful. Honestly, having both of these teas to like navigate, especially like through the night and you're trying to avoid mobs, just down yourself a dandelion tea and a rose tea, and you got jump boost, you got speed, you got absorption. I mean, you're double dipping on the absorption, but still you can keep chugging those. Actually pretty useful. But if you decide to save those roses and dandelions and you add a glowstone dust to a cup of hot water, you get fairy tea. Now, I actually don't know what this does. Oh, okay. Fairy tea gives you levitation and regeneration and speed and jump boost. Oh, okay. Now, I guess you're getting regeneration, but now you're losing out on the absorption. I would just make all three of these, have them in your inventory. I mean, pretty useful for just like day-to-day navigating. Anyways, that is what the hot water does. But there's so many other fluids we can put in kettles. Don't you worry. If you put cocoa beans in a hot water kettle, then you'll end up with hot cocoa. You can take a cup, click on it, boom, we got a cup of hot cocoa. Now, hot cocoa on its own gives you haste 1 for 90 seconds, which is pretty useful to have, especially for how cheap and renewable this is if you have a cocoa bean farm. But if you also have a cow farm and you get yourself some milk, you can combine hot cocoa and milk and make yourself a latte. Now, a latte simply gives you haste 2 for 90 seconds. Which is really nice. All you need is a cocoa bean farm and a milk farm, and bada bing, bada boom. An infinite water source later, you have constant haste 2, and it makes your life so much easier while working. But that's simply the first thing you can do with hot cocoa. It gets better, ladies and gentlemen. If you mix milk and sugar with hot cocoa, you get yourself a mocha. Now, mocha appears to do the same exact thing, gives you haste 2. Let me check the wiki to make sure that's right. Okay, yes, it is. I don't know why you would even bother making a mocha. If you're just adding sugar, you might as well take the next step and make a pumpkin spice latte, because the pumpkin spice latte gives you speed for 90 seconds as well as haste 2. So listen, you just have a cocoa bean farm, a cow farm, a pumpkin farm, and a sugarcane farm, and you can have speed and haste 2 as much as you'd like. I think this mod is really cool. I think this is freaking sick. Shout out to Pumpkin Spice Latte. But we are far from done. Actually, we're about halfway done with this mod. Because if you add an apple to the hot water kettle, you get apple cider. And apple cider is pretty cool because it gives you regen 2 for 10 seconds. And a tree farm going, lots of apples. Keep a couple of these in your pocket and you'll be safe. I don't think there's anything else you can do with apple cider. And then there's 3 other fluids you can put in here that don't have much of a use. You can put lava in a kettle and put the lava in a cup and drink it, and it lights you on fire. So I don't know why you'd want to do that. Oh, I was hoping drinking water would save me there. There's also poison. So if you make a kettle, but you put a cactus in the middle, you get a poison kettle. And then from that, you can get 3 cups of poison, which, if you don't know, you drink it, it gives you nausea 2 and poison 2. I don't know why you would do that, but you can do that. And then lastly, you could put milk in a kettle and I forgot that you could place these down. I forgot that part of the mod. Oh my goodness. Yeah, did I forget to mention all of the cups can be placed with a little animation? That's freaking sick. And all the different fluids. So yeah, you can make milk and you can make steamed milk. The only thing is it just is the same as a bucket of milk. So you can save milk because you can get 3 cups out of a bucket if you put it in a kettle, but it's the same thing as drinking a bucket of milk. It takes your effects away. And there you have it. You got your mugs. You got the hot kettle mod, and I'm gonna be honest, if you couldn't tell, I think this mod is super cool. It barely has any downloads. I just think it's a super awesome vanilla plus mod. Time to give it a ranking and move on to the next mod. Hot Kettles, dude. Hot Kettles is going to be an S tier. Look at that, 114 downloads when I took that screenshot. Crazy. So yeah, Hot Kettles is our first one to get S for subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, by the way. But shout out Hot Kettles. Super cool mod, practical use, uses vanilla ingredients. I love every bit of it. So shout out Hot Kettles. All right, so our next mod here is actually so cool and one of the more creative mods I've ever seen. And the fact that this only has like 200 downloads is crazy. This one is called Spelunkers Torch. So all you have to do is take stick, take coal, and take iron nugget, and boom. I did not realize you got 7 each, but you get spelunker torches. Okay, I made way more than I need. Right, so this looks like a normal torch, but let's say I put a torch here, and then all of a sudden you can see that there's an arrow on this torch pointing towards where the last one was placed. Well, it actually points to the next closest one, and it does have a range that isn't far at all, which might seem like, oh, what's the point if it doesn't reach that far? But if you space them out well enough, each torch will point to the last. So if you're going through a cave and there's lots of twists and turns, and you just place torches in a line, these torches will at least tell you the order in which they were placed. And I think this is so cool. Like, look at it's like, okay, I'm holding this torch and I found this one. And then now I can just look, oh, okay, that one, and then that one to this one to here. And they'll have a live updating animation pointing to the next torch, and even gives like directional, like this is pointing down. So you don't even have to guess like how high or how low. And then it points all the way back to the main Spelunkers Torch. And that's pretty much the entire mod. I just saw this and I was kind of blown away that this was such a small mod. I thought this was super cool and would be great for a more peaceful or chill run, or if you're just someone who's bad at navigating. I mean, those caves nowadays can get quite intricate. Anyways, time to give this mod a rating and move on to the next one. Spelunkers Torches, easily getting an A tier from me. Thought that was super cool. The only reason it isn't S tier is I do wish the torches like showed a bit further away. Maybe that's configurable, so I'm sorry if it is, but in the meantime, I think Spelunkers Torch gets an A. I think the only thing I would change is maybe the arrows could have a cooler texture or whatever, but really cool idea and executed pretty well, so shout out, A tier. Yeah, so this next mod is literally called John, and it's all centered around this one character called John. And around the map, there'll be these like village towers that spawn, but they won't be in a village. And these are actually John temples. And oh God, hold on. We're gonna go in here, and there's a bunch of witches' noses inside this building. Ow, ow. Oh my God. Jeez Louise. Now we got raw nose. They're like a spawner. Where the hell those noses generate from? Oh, I should have gave myself a pickaxe. Pickaxe, okay. Oh. It says I need to collect the block of John with a hoe. And it's squishy. Anyways, this block of John is a central piece of this entire mod. Like, why is it telling me I can make this recipe when I can't? Which is fine. We'll move on with the mod review, but that is going to deduct some points. Anyways, let's say you get past that. You can use the John shards, block of emerald, and blaze powder to make yourself John portal frame, because there's a dimension we're going to have to go through. You're also going to need a John shard and blaze powder to make a shard and powder, which is like the flint and steel you need to light the John portal. Also, with these raw noses that you get from villagers, you can cook them and make cooked nose. You can also, just for the funs of it, wear the noses and you just get a little villager nose on your face, which is always fun. Cooked nose is always fun. Something smells good. They sound so gross. Anyways, the John portal is made just like any other portal. Then you take the shard and powder, and bada bing, bada boom, you're in the John dimension. John is actually a somewhat strong enemy, so we're going to put on some armor. Dude, people got annoyed when I was giving myself god apples in my boss mod fight, so I'm just gonna give myself a couple regular golden apples. Very easy to obtain, okay? Nothing too crazy. Time to enter the John dimension. Okay, here we are in the John dimension. Also, I did notice there's more John blocks all the way over there. But basically, oh God, we have to get over to that arena. And I could build, but oh my God. You can do that in survival mode if you want. You can build your way all the way out here, and oh, look at this. 2 John stone blocks with some emeralds and stuff in this chest up here. But basically, you're trying to get all the way to this void level arena, which there's tons of those annoying villagers' noses as well as John. And 3 spawners. Oh my God. Okay, you know what? We're gonna try to take on this challenge. Give me a nice pickaxe. We got golden apples. We got blocks. I think we'll be fine. Let's lock in for this John fight. Okay, survival mode enabled. Oh God, we already got these. Oh, I hate the witches' noses. Okay. Yeah. Try and get some John. I'm going after these spawners first. That's the only way. Oh! Yep, you thought. No spawner number 1, gone. No spawner number 2, gone. You know what? I should have brought some flint and steel. I feel like I could burn all the witch noses. Oh, God. Okay, so we got rid of all the spawners here. All right, we're going with a lava bucket here. So I'm going to have a mocha. And a pumpkin spice latte. Oh, yeah. Burned all the noses. Okay. Relax. Okay, no more villagers' noses. Just John. And I'm in just plain unenchanted diamond. Oh, God. Oh, God. And he has 250 health. Oh, John, you weren't prepared for that move, were you? Okay, I don't want your goods to burn, so we're going to take you out of the lava. You're strong, John. I can't lie. Oh, you thought. You're done. And we got a fragment of John's nose. But yeah, we killed John, and there's chests in here full of John shards, emeralds, smithing tables, as well as John stone, which is what the stone is. Let me also peep. Oh, I forgot. You need a hoe for this. And then there's an emerald block and an emerald block. Oh, straight over the void. Love that for me. Boom. Oh, and we got the John upgrade, smithing template. That is hugely important because now we have the fragment of John's nose. Now, here's the thing. We're going to have to kill another John. And then when we do, we can get John's nose. And now that can be used for several things. That includes upgrading from netherite tools to John tools, which simply adds 0.5 attack damage really on top of everything. But that adds up because now you could have a John sword with sharpness 5 instead of a netherite sword with sharpness 5. And that adds up in damage. We could turn the John dimension into a home. The bad guy areas always spawn at void level from what I've been able to tell. Certain point, this is actually a bright and shiny dimension. It's very green. It's got islands. Like I would build like a mob. Well, I guess no mobs spawn out here, but you know, still could be fun. I don't know what could spawn on these islands, so I'm actually going to quickly check. Like this one is got some stone. Oh, it was emerald. It was villager shaped, and it added 3. There's 3 emerald blocks in here. Here's a chest with an ender pearl and some John stone. Very cool. But yeah, once you do that, you can get all of the John tools and weapons here. So we got the John sword. None of these are particularly impressive or interesting. They're just slight upgrades from netherite, which I think they could have added like an interesting effect. But instead, if you save that John nose and you don't upgrade your tools, you can wear John's green nose, which I do have questions because John the villager doesn't have a green nose, so I don't know why my nose is green when I wear John's nose. But anyways, John's nose gives you permanent resistance to and permanent fire resistance. So you would have to sacrifice using a helmet, but to have permanent resistance to and permanent fire res, it seems like a pretty good trade-off. The only thing is then you do have a green villager's nose at all times. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, that is everything in, that's everything in John's nose mod. Super cool, just like little silly addition. Could easily throw it in a mod pack and it's not going to significantly affect anything, except add some cool new tools and items and gives you a new objective. But yeah, time to give the John mod a ranking. The John mod. The John mod is going to get an A tier, I think. Not a perfect mod, but also just pretty fun and silly, and I had a good time playing it. I think it could make a good addition to a vanilla plus world where you just want something silly to play with. So shout out the John mod, easy A tier. All right, so this next mod is called Blocky Bass, and it adds an animatronic little bass that goes on your wall. So you're supposed to be able to get it from fishing. Actually, that's the only way you can get it. I fished up like 7 things that weren't that, and I gave up. I don't have patience. But you are able to fish it up, and then once you do, you get yourself a Blocky Bass. It's literally the only block or item in this entire mod. I don't know if this is like an incredibly American thing. Maybe it's everywhere in the world. I don't know, but there's these like little like fish that you'd mount on the wall, and it's like a little animatronic. I used to have one growing up. Well, my dad had one, and it would go I forget the song it would sing, but it would sing some sort of song. Anyways, this one, oh, I swear I had this. Yeah, it just does a little sing-songy. Now, with redstone, it will just mouth words, and not do anything. Well, at least not play any music. But it does double as a freaking jukebox. So we're going to put far in here, which is objectively the best music disc, I think. I don't know. My opinion on music discs move all the time. Yeah. Whoa. All right, that's enough of that from you. Anyways, it is a glorified jukebox that just adds an animatronic fish to it. TLDR. But I love it. I think it's cute. It's a small little mod. It doesn't have a ton of downloads and would be a great fit to sneak into a vanilla plus pack and then just randomly, you know, make it a mission one day. Like, I'm going to fish out the Blocky Bass. I do like how when you hold it like this. Like I'm looking at a trophy. Anyways, time to give this mod a rating and time to move on to the next mod. Blocky Bass. I think Blocky Bass, I know this is going to be ridiculous. It's an S tier. I know people are going to be like, I can't believe you gave Blocky Bass over this and that. It adds one item. Yeah, it does. And it adds one really cool item. I don't think the scale of the mod matters. To me, it's just the execution and the idea. Now, I do think Blocky Bass could have some custom songs, but I know there's copyright issues with that. But I think it's a simple, cool little item that you could add into literally any mod pack, and no one would say, hey, let's remove this mod. So, shout out Blocky Bass. All right, so this next mod is called Longshot, and this adds a brand new potion effect and potions called, well, Longshot. And to make Longshot, you just have to get yourself an awkward potion here and drop a Nautilus shell as the brewing ingredient, which is actually, Nautilus shells can be kind of annoying to get in abundance. So basically what this potion does is it makes you, well, shoot longer distances. So let me get a bow, and I believe this applies to like most projectiles. Let me double check the wiki actually. So yeah, this works with all types of projectiles, including ender pearls, bows, anything you toss or throw. So let's down this bad boy. So now we have Longshot. I should have compared how far a snowball goes before, but we'll get milk and we'll compare it. So damn. This potion got me throwing fastballs because I can, just from here, I can throw across the lake, which I'm almost certain you couldn't do before. Now, I gotta say, Longshot, gonna be pretty helpful with ender pearls. And let me try a fishing rod. Fishing rod's harder to scale, but I would say that's, oh yeah, that's pretty far for fishing rod. And then for a bow, the only thing about the bow is it's going to be hard to like get used to the aiming. But yeah, something like this would be really helpful in like a PvP setting. But of course, we can up that to Longshot 2. So now it should go even further. Oh yeah. I mean, look at these arrows. Like if there's a guy standing over there, I can cook him with these arrows because it also feels like they're just moving faster. I mean, these are half-charged shots, some of these, making it across the river. Oh yeah. Oh my god, with this potion, I got an absolute cannon. Like, if I want to ender pearl across this lake, it's probably pretty reasonable to do. Oh, I ender pearled from there to up on this cliff. Wait, that is crazy. Let me hurl this, like, at a really nice 45 degree. It's like it goes out of render. Damn! All right, yeah, this potion would be very useful in a vanilla plus mod pack because it also is not replacing any potion. It's simply adding it, and it adds all the arrows and the splash and the lingering, and it's totally something you could integrate into your survival world and has very useful factors. Like a trident also being able to be thrown that far. Yeah. Oh my god, imagine getting hit with this trident. This is like Olympic style throwing. Even just the snowballs is crazy to me. It's like every time you throw a pearl, you could be in a different biome. Oh, damn. We landed perfect. Like, how close to that village can we get? Damn! Over the village. Damn! It's no secret that I am actually a big fan of this mod. I didn't even test this one before. Anyways, that was a Longshot mod. Time to give it a rating. Longshot? Okay, maybe I'm sounding crazy here. 3 S tiers in a video is never been done in one of my videos, but Longshot was a great mod, and I thought it added some really, really cool stuff. I think the Longshot potion is really cool and implemented near flawlessly. I think it could easily become a part of the base game, and no one would question it. And I just think it was executed perfectly. So shout out Longshot. 3 S tiers this video. Holy moly, that is crazy. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we are so close to 200K. And if you're watching this in the future and I already have over 200K, well, subscribe anyways because I'm greedy. Let me know if you guys have any like modded content ideas that are different than what I'm doing right now. I would love to hear your takes, even if they're bad. So appreciate you guys. I'm gonna be on vacation when this uploads. I'm going to Vegas. Well, actually, I live in Las Vegas, but I'm going on vacation here in the city. It's cheap. Just getting a hotel, hanging out on the strip with the lady. Should be a good time. Anyways, take care of yourselves, guys. Drink some water, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.